Good morning and welcome to a very blustery Padstow cemetery. We're right on the coast here, I think, so obviously we're going to have to expect a bit of wind. I hope it's not too bad on the camera. But anyway, we're here to see an actor who had another long career, and he played Robert McCall as the original Equaliser, and in my opinion still the best Equaliser, and that is of course Edward Woodward. Edward Woodward, yeah, he did have a very long career, TV, film, obviously stage, and I just don't think you can beat him as Robert McCall. There's been a couple of attempts to beat him, isn't there? And both failed in my opinion. But anyway, this is a beautiful old part of the cemetery we're in at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll spin you around, we'll have a little look around while I tell you a little bit about Edward Woodward.
Edward Arthur Albert Woodward was born on 1st of June 1930 in Croydon, Surrey, the only child of parents Edward Oliver Woodward, a metalworker, and Violet Edith Woodward, née Smith. As a boy, he was bombed out of his home 3 times during the Blitz. After leaving school at the age of 15, Woodward wanted to train as a journalist but took work in a sanitary engineer's office, and then at the age of 16 entered the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. After the Second World War, he became an associate member of that academy. He was torn between becoming an actor and a professional footballer, and he was on the books of Leyton Orient Football Club and Brentford Football Club, making 3 appearances in the Football League for the latter, but a serious knee injury kept him out of the game for over a year. After graduation from the RADA, he worked extensively in repertory companies as a Shakespearean actor throughout England and Scotland, making his London stage debut in R.F. Delderfield's Where There's a Will in 1955, and also appeared in the film adaptation that same year, his first film, and then Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet in 1955. Woodward played Dr. Watson opposite Keith Baxter as Sherlock Holmes in the play Murder Dear Watson in 1983. He made occasional appearances until taking the role of Police Sergeant Neil Howie in the thriller The Wicker Man in 1973. Woodward was offered a cameo role in the 2005 remake but declined. He also appeared in the 1982 film Who Dares Wins as Commander Powell. Woodward also had a supporting role in the 2007 action comedy Hot Fuzz. His last lead film role was that of the Reverend Frederick Densham in A Congregation of Ghosts, the story of an eccentric vicar who is said to have alienated his congregation and preached to cardboard cutouts. Robin Hardy, who directed The Wicker Man, said he was one of the greatest actors of his generation without a doubt, with a broad career on American television as well as on British film. Noel Coward once said of him, he was one of the nicest and most cooperative actors I've ever met or worked with. In 1967, Woodward played the eventual victim in an episode of The Saint TV series, The Persistent Patriots. The same year he was cast as David Callan in the ITV armchair theatre play A Magnum for Schneider, which later became the spy series Callan, one of his early television roles and one in which he demonstrated his ability to express controlled rage. He also appeared opposite Laurence Olivier in a 1978 adaptation of Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the Laurence Olivier Presents anthology series. The success of Callan typecast him somewhat, but the enduring success of the genre allowed him to gain leading roles in similar productions, though none would prove to be as iconic as Callan. The late 1970s he spent on both stage and film, but he had not found recognition and popularity exceeding that of Callan until he took the lead role in the American television series The Equaliser 1985-1989 as a former intelligence operative. After filming a few episodes of the 3rd season, Woodward suffered a massive coronary. For several episodes, additional actors were brought in to reduce the workload on Woodward, and he recovered from the condition. The first episode filmed following Woodward's heart attack involved his character being severely injured by a KGB bullet, providing Woodward with a chance to rest over several episodes. Later in the season, Woodward resumed his full duties and carried the show through a fourth season during 1989. During this period he also starred in the Cold War espionage thriller codenamed Kirill 1988 as an MI6 double agent. Subsequently he starred in the short-lived CBS series Over My Dead Body, which ran in 1990, playing a mystery writer who gets involved in solving real crimes. In 1994 and 1997, Woodward starred in the BBC drama Commoner's Muck, in which he played a bin man called Nev. In 1999, Woodward appeared alongside his son Peter in The Long Road, an episode of the Babylon 5 spin-off Crusade, on which Peter was a regular cast member. His career continued with TV guest star roles, including an appearance in the new Alfred Hitchcock Presents and Mr. Jones in the series La Femme Nikita. He also guest starred with his son Tim and grandson Sam as a London gangster family and a special storyline for The Bill in 2008. In March 2009 he joined EastEnders for 6 episodes playing Tommy Clifford. Woodward was the subject of This Is Your Life on 2 occasions. In February 1971 he was surprised by Eamon Andrews in the bar of London's White House Hotel, and in February 1995 Michael Aspel surprised him during a photo shoot at Sion House in West London. His capability as tenor enabled him to record 12 albums of romantic songs, as well as 3 albums of poetry and 14 books to tape. His vocal ability and acting skill enabled him to make a number of appearances when time allowed on the BBC's Edwardian-era musical programme The Good Old Days. Woodward had 2 top 100 albums in the UK album chart, This Man Alone, number 53 in 1970, and the Edward Woodward album, number 20 in 1972, while the single, The Way You Look Tonight, peaked at number 42 on the UK singles charts in 1971. Woodward was married twice. His first marriage was to actress Venetia Barrett, born Venetia Mary Collett, 1928-2016, from 1952 to 1986. They had 2 sons, Tim Woodward, born 1953, and Peter Woodward, born 1956, both of whom became actors, as well as a daughter, the Tony Award-nominated actress Sarah Woodward, born 1963. Woodward left Barrett for actress Michelle Dotrice, the daughter of his contemporary Roy Dotrice, and married her in New York City in January 1987. Their daughter Emily Beth Woodward, born 1983, was present at the ceremony. Woodward suffered a massive heart attack in 1987 during the 3rd season of The Equalizer, and another one in 1994. He underwent triple bypass surgery in 1996 and quit smoking. In 2003 he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. In July 2009 a planned performance of Love Letters co-starring his wife Michelle was to be postponed because of damage caused to his hip when he fell down the stairs in his West Country home. Woodward died at the Royal Cornwall Hospital in Truro, Cornwall on the 16th of November 2009 at the age of 79 near his home of Hawker's Cove. He was buried at Padstow Cemetery and was survived by his wife, their daughter and 3 children from his first marriage.
Well, this is an absolutely fascinating cemetery. There's a few markers here which are to shipwreck people that have died in shipwrecks. So what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to put the camera back in the car and I'm going to have a little wander around here because this is fascinating. I know the south coast or southwest coast is probably one of the world's biggest graveyards for ships. Anyway, before we do that, let's go and have a look at Edward Woodward's headstone, and it's right in front of me now, so I shall turn you around and we'll go and have a look at it together. Right, you really cannot miss this one. I do apologise for this wind, but it's totally unavoidable where we are. This is the biggest headstone I've seen, I think. Right, here we go. Let's come around this side so the wind's kind of behind me. Edward Woodward, OBE, 1st of June 1930 to 16th of November 2009. Actor. We simply love you, always will, love, love, love you. Where there is love, there is no separation. Amazing, it's like a big boulder. But that is the final resting place of Edward Woodward. Well, that is it for this one. I'm going to go and put the camera back in the car now and come and have a proper look around this cemetery. But if you did enjoy this video, then please leave me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, then maybe consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost a penny. And if you do subscribe, then don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So that is it from me, Darren, from, where am I? Cornwall. Padstow Cemetery in Cornwall. I will see you on the next one, wherever I am. So bye bye for now.